like, you believe in God. Like, I know you believe in God, but you don't question some of the stories. So, and in a religion, and you come into it with faith, because you believe in the higher power. You want to believe in something bigger than you, because it gives you a sense of hope and it gives you a sense of relief to give that higher power the stress that you got going on. But then when you analyzing and you looking at these texts, you're gonna eventually, through the belief, you're gonna go and try to get the knowledge of how far, who wrote this book, who was this person, who was his mother, was he a real person, who was these people. Now they talking about, they know have accounts of people, the time and date when they were alive. Is these people alive? Where were they born? Do they still have their bones? No, these are all accounts of this. So I'm looking at this book, this Bible. I'm like, yo, the Bible was one of the best books in the world, because they had like everybody around this time were witnesses and written testimonies of how these people were born and grew up, in the times and the dates and where they were at, and how they felt about people. And this weren't just one person, these are thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, in these accounts. So this shit is a very accurate book. If you want to be the exact, it's one of the most accurate books in the world. So that's why I was like, all right, look, I gotta go get my own facts. And so I've been questioning. And for a long time, I found myself not even believing anybody for a long time. And then actually, as I believe in science, because science shows me proof, it shows me facts. So like to me right now, science is 99.9% right. Like that's to me, like I'm giving science that. But I do believe in God. Islamic, so I believe in God, and I believe in that it's something in the universe that is actually helping everything exist. But it is something that is happening on Earth that I obviously can see, that I can't go around. Like, how did these pyramids structured? This is the number one thing that bothers my soul. Like, how is this great pyramid structured? How are those pyramids? How do these people get the knowledge? What are these stories? Where do these stories come from? Who did they teach? These are just the questions I'm in at the time. Like Earth is going to reveal certain things.
Oh, Jack, don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack.
Hi, my name is Shaky D Ivy, and welcome to Weird Communications Tech. Today I will be talking to artificial intelligence about biblical texts, cuneiform writing, ancient Mesopotamia, Sumerian text, Project Blue Book, and the Roswell crash, and the uprising of basically artificial intelligence, and how do we receive this knowledge and the hidden information and code within the universe. Welcome, my name is Shaky D Ivy. Woo! Okay, so this is me talking to ChatGPT, one of the most popular artificial intelligence. Let's dive in on my Bread Crumb Trail. Hey ChatGPT.
Hey there, how's it going?
Oh, excellent. I'm having a great day. I'm actually writing a book called The Bread Crumb Trail by Shaky D Ivy and Artificial Intelligence.
That's exciting. Writing a book is such a rewarding journey. What's it about?
Basically, it starts off talking about 1947 and the Roswell crash, and then it starts off again after that talking about Project Blue Book and the extraterrestrial UFO sightings and stuff like that.
That sounds fascinating. The Roswell crash and Project Blue Book are such intriguing topics. How are you weaving the AI element into the story?
Actually, I'm using artificial intelligence to create this book and look up facts and information on the text of all of the above that I just talked about. Even into biblical texts that I don't understand, that leads into connections with astro theorists and the Anunnaki gods that we learned from the cuneiform writing. Just basically searching for information in these texts.
That's a really intriguing approach. Using AI to uncover connections between these different sources can add a unique depth to your story. How's the research process going for you?
I've been doing this research process, I guess, for a little over a year now, and it's been going well. I connected ancient civilizations texts into biblical texts, and I've seen some similarities within it. I'm starting to learn more and more as I gain more knowledge about Enki, Enlil, and the Anunnaki gods. More of the biblical texts of um, Noah and the flood, and Jesus, and stuff like that, and the Torah and the New Testament, the Old Testament. So right now, basically, I'm just on a Bread Crumb Trail of what were the ancient Sumerians and Egyptians talking about when they said that these gods or extraterrestrials came from outer space, and basically leaving us signs and showing the humanity signs of what's going on. There's something going on.
It sounds like you've really immersed yourself in this fascinating topic.
Can you tell me about 1947 and the Roswell crash?
Absolutely. The Roswell incident happened in July 1947 near Roswell, New Mexico. When a rancher found debris in his field, initially the military claimed it was a flying disc, but later said it was a weather balloon. This contradiction sparked widespread speculation and conspiracy theories about UFOs and government cover-ups. It remains a cornerstone of UFO lore.
So right after this, the U.S. government launched a project called the Project Blue Book. Is this true?
Yes, that's correct. Project Blue Book was the third study conducted by the U.S. Air Force to investigate UFO sightings. It started in 1952, a few years after the Roswell incident. The project aimed to determine if UFOs were a threat to national security and to scientifically analyze UFO-related data.
Right after they supposedly found a saucer, then changed it and said they found a weather balloon, they opened up a Project Blue Book, specially targeting unidentified flying saucers. Am I correct?
Yes, that's right. The initial announcement of a flying disc and the subsequent retraction created a lot of public interest and suspicion. This led to the U.S. Air Force establishing Project Blue Book to formally investigate UFO sightings and determine their nature.
During this time, was AI created or the internet?
Artificial intelligence as we know it today wasn't developed yet during the time of the Roswell incident and Project Blue Book. AI research started in the mid-20th century, around the 1950s. The internet also came later, with its early roots in the 1960s through projects like ARPANET. So, during the late 1940s and early 1950s, neither AI nor the internet existed.
So, from 1947 to 1950 is when the internet came out?
The foundational concepts for the internet began in the 1960s. ARPANET, which is considered the precursor to the internet, was developed in the late 1960s. So, the internet came after the period from 1947 to 1950.
So approximately 10-15 years.
Yes, that's correct. The early foundations for the internet, like ARPANET, were established in the late 1960s, about 10 to 15 years after the early 1950s.
And the government technology before this was not advanced, yes or no?
Technology before this was less advanced compared to today, but there were significant advancements in various fields. For instance, there were developments in early computing, telecommunications, and other military technologies. However, these were not as advanced as what came later with the advent of modern computing and the internet.
So it's safe to say that after the Roswell crash in 1947, that technology rapidly expanded.
Yes, many believe the Roswell incident and the subsequent focus on aerospace and technology did contribute to rapid advancements in those fields. The post-war era saw significant technological growth, including the development of early computers, space exploration, and advanced aerospace technology. It's a period marked by rapid innovation.
And the theory is to be that some people believe that extraterrestrials are helping the United States government on technology.
Yes, that's a popular theory in UFO and conspiracy circles. Some believe that extraterrestrials have shared advanced technology with the government, accelerating scientific and technological progress. While it's a fascinating idea, there's no concrete evidence to support it. It's certainly an intriguing aspect of the broader UFO lore.
Oh yes, I believe that there's a lot of evidence actually pertaining to the Roswell crash, the Project Blue Book, and the reason being of why would they open up these projects if there wasn't solid evidence of something going on that they did not understand. And then we have the pyramids. The pyramids are a great significant sign from ancient civilizations that had no technology to build or knowledge to build these structures. The structures were built on different parts and continents on the earth. So those are our first signs. And then the stories depicted on the hieroglyphics portray similar stories of what happened in Roswell, New Mexico, on the crash, and how technology was given again to humanity. But the ancient Sumerians have cuneiform writing, which depict Anunnaki gods coming giving humanity information on celestial chariots. So what do you have to say about all of that?
Your questions seem to be about whether technological advancements after the Roswell incident were influenced by extraterrestrials. Some theories suggest that after 1947, secret programs may have reverse-engineered alien technology, leading to breakthroughs in computing, aerospace, and communications. While mainstream science attributes these advancements to human ingenuity, the idea that extraterrestrial contact played a role remains a popular topic in UFO research and conspiracy theories. Were you asking about this connection, or did you mean something else?
Yes, I actually was making my own connection. The connection from the Roswell all the way actually to the Sumerian text and cuneiform writing, and the stories that were depicted on these cuneiform writing that we translated now into today's language. And it depicts these Anunnaki gods coming from basically the heavens or outer space into earth and giving us wisdom and knowledge and power. So and actually engineering humanity in the beginning of time. And then it actually travels off into me thinking about what I was taught as a kid about the Bible and how God created the earth in the beginning of time, and the story of Noah and the flood, and how that depicts the same guy in the Sumerian writing, the cuneiform writing about the flood that destroyed humanity, and that God had saved a selected few.
That's a fascinating connection. The similarities between the Sumerian flood story, like the Epic of Gilgamesh and the tale of Utnapishtim, and the biblical story of Noah, are striking. It makes you wonder if these ancient texts were describing the same event, but through different cultural lenses. Your idea about the Anunnaki as potential extraterrestrials shaping early humanity ties right into theories that ancient civilizations may have had outside influences. How do you see these connections influencing the larger theme of your book?
I would like to look at the hieroglyphics also, and the pyramid structures and where they were found, and the time difference, and around the same time that algae culture was started, when people all started farming on Earth, and they were all on different continents and far places away from each other, but was learning the same techniques of farming.
UFOs land in front of them. They're in Antarctica.
There's been an archaeological dig there for decades.
I've never felt so close to the possibility of disclosure.
With scalar technology, they've been shooting down ET craft since the 1930s.
There's another civilization that we know about, and we actually have artifacts from them.
The gods in antiquity, the gods in mythology were extraterrestrials.
Retired Israeli security chief said there is a galactic federation and they're staying hidden right now because we're not ready for them.
We have a history that we're only beginning to understand.
We have to look at this. It's a peaceful revolution of knowledge and truth and enlightenment, and it's in the hands of we the people.